If you're looking for a fried rice recipe that's flavorful, colorful, and very easy to make, then you're in the right place. Today, I'm showing you how to make this go-to fried rice using beef, shrimp, and fried vegetables. It's perfect for lunch, dinner, or meal prep. Let's get into it. If you're new here, hello and welcome. My name is Rabia and this is Rabia Unfolded, where I share easy, delicious homemade recipes every week. For the ingredients, don't worry, I've listed everything in the description box below, so feel free to check that out and follow at your own pace. Let's start with the proteins, beginning with the beef. Go ahead and marinate your beef with any ingredients of your choice. But for this recipe, this is what I'm using. Half a teaspoon of ground black pepper, half a teaspoon of ground white pepper, and a pinch of cayenne pepper just for a little kick. Next, I add half a teaspoon of paprika, a little of organic green blend, and some freshly ground garlic along with other herbs. I also like adding sliced onions to my beef marinade, but you can use onion paste, ground onions, or onion powder, whatever works best for you. Then, I add a little bit of parsley flakes, half a teaspoon of salt to taste, and enough water just to cover the beef. Once that's done, cover the pot and let the beef cook until it's tender. Next, let's move on to the shrimp. Add your shrimp into a clean bowl, then season with a little paprika, some lemon or lemon pepper seasoning, and just a pinch of curry powder. I'm also adding onion powder, garlic powder, ground black pepper, ground white pepper, some parsley flakes, a drizzle of extra virgin olive oil, and a pinch of salt to taste. You'll notice that I'm only using dry ingredients here, no paste, no watery seasonings. That's because I'll be frying the shrimps over high heat and I don't want it to burn or release too much moisture. But as always, feel free to season your shrimp however you like. Give everything a really good mix. Take your time here, make sure you mix it well, touch all of the shrimps, and once you're convinced that the shrimp is fully coated, you can then set it aside to marinate. Now, let's check on our beef. It's boiling beautifully and already looking so good. Once the beef is tender, go ahead and remove it from the stock and place it into a clean bowl. We'll be saving the stock to use later while the beef cools down. While the beef is cooling down, let's go ahead and prepare the rice. I've already washed my rice off camera, but make sure you wash yours thoroughly until the water runs clear and all the excess starch is removed. For this recipe, I'm using my long-grained basmati rice, so use any rice of your choice. Whatever rice that works for you, go ahead and use it. Next, add the beef stock to the rice. If the stock is too thick or not enough, you can mix it with a little water to lighten it and give the rice the liquid it needs to cook properly. For this recipe, I'm using 5 cups of rice since I'm making a large batch. Once the stock and water are added, give everything a good mix and taste it. Remember, the stock already has seasoning, so be mindful not to overdo it. I added just a pinch of salt and 1 Maggi cube to balance the flavor, but feel free to adjust the seasoning to your taste. But be careful once using the stock, like I said before, because the stock already had some seasoning in it. You don't want to over-season it, right? The goal here is to parboil the rice. We don't want it fully cooked or too soft. It should be about half done, just enough to finish cooking later during frying. Cover the rice and let it cook until parboiled. I'm using a rice cooker because it's easier for me and gives the texture I like. But you can absolutely use your stovetop, whatever works for you. Just make sure the rice is not fully cooked. Now that the rice is ready, go ahead and scoop it into a clean bowl and let it cool completely. This step is very important because if you want to achieve the best fried rice, the rice should not be fully cooked, like I said before. Cooling the rice helps stop the cooking process and keeps the grains firm and separate. You can place the rice in the fridge, set it aside at room temperature, or let it cool however works best for you. Since it's winter here and very cold, I'm just placing mine in a clean spot to cool naturally. Once the rice has cooled down, we're ready to move on to the frying. Now, Let's move on to frying our proteins. I start by heating a nice big pot, making sure it's completely dry, and then I pour in my canola oil to get nice and hot. You can choose any oil you like, vegetable oil, canola, whatever you prefer, but today I'm going with canola. Once the oil is hot, I fry my beef just long enough to get that beautiful brown color on the outside while keeping it juicy in the inside. You don't want to overcook it, so as soon as it reaches the golden brown look, I take it out and set it aside. Next up, I fry my shrimps in the same oil. Again, the goal is a nice brown color but still tender and juicy inside. Once the shrimp is done, I take it out and set it aside as well. With the proteins ready, I add my sliced onions into the hot oil and fry them until fragrant. Then, I toss in garlic, either crushed or ground, and a handful of green herbs for flavor. At this point, beautiful souls, I add my tomato paste, which I made by boiling fresh tomatoes along with some store-bought tomato paste. It gives the sauce that rich, vibrant color. I stir everything together so it's well combined. Then, I add in some bay leaves. I add in my fresh thyme. You can choose to go with fresh or dry thyme, whatever works for you, that's still good. And a sprig of fresh rosemary. Now it's time to season. I add a little dried basil, some parsley flakes, a touch of white and black pepper, a bit of paprika for color, and just a hint of curry powder so it doesn't overpower the other flavors. Once the seasonings are mixed in, I return the fried beef and shrimps to the pot, letting them soak up all the delicious tomato goodness. To make sure the mixture doesn't dry out, I add a bit of stock or water. You can choose to cover the pot at this time, or you can choose to just let it sit and cook, allowing the flavors to melt and the sauce to really penetrate the proteins. Now that our tomato sauce with the proteins is ready, the goal here is to make sure it's not too dry. You want a little bit of moisture, but you also don't want it to be watery. Just find that perfect balance. Once you get the consistency you like, go ahead and add in your already cool parboiled rice. Mix it gently. Take your time to ensure everything combines evenly. Don't rush it here, beautiful souls. Take your time. You don't want lumps of tomatoes on one side, so give it a good, thorough mix until it's all beautifully blended. Next, I add my freshly sliced herbs. Today, I'm using parsley and leeks. And then, I toss in my parboiled vegetables. Here I have in some carrots, green beans, and a colorful mix of bell peppers. This gives the rice extra color and texture. If your vegetables aren't parboiled, you could add them earlier when cooking the tomato sauce. Just be careful not to overcook them. Once everything is mixed in, take a moment to admire your beautiful, colorful fried rice. Look at this, beautiful souls. It doesn't only look beautiful, but the smell, guys, oh, it smells heavenly. If you like this recipe, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to Rabia Unfolded for more delicious recipes and cooking tips. Hit that notification bell so you never miss a new video, and share this recipe with anyone who loves good food as much as you do. And yes, beautiful souls, because I know if you're here to this point of this video, then you sure do love good food. And there you have it, your beautiful, flavorful fried rice. It's packed with colors, textures, and love. Remember, beautiful souls, cooking is more than just following a recipe. It's about creating joy, sharing love, and expressing yourself with every ingredient you touch. So take your time, enjoy the process, and don't be afraid to make it your own. From my kitchen to yours, keep unfolding your passion, keep experimenting, and most importantly, keep enjoying every bite along the way. This is Rabia Unfolded. Stay inspired, stay cooking, and remember, beautiful souls, every meal you make is a celebration of you. Cheers.